Gives me great pleasure to announce the first All Black squad of 2013 for the Steinlager series against France. Kieran Reid, Canterbury, and captain.
Yeah, it was, I guess, a different start to an All Black season without, Richie being there, so an added incentive, I guess, for me having the captaincy, so it was exciting times.
It's Elstone. In and out. Awkward.
Stephen Luatua, Auckland.
So I cried, but close to it. As a kid, that's what I always wanted to be. Reach that goal, was kind of huge satisfaction.
Charles Piatow, Auckland.
Probably being named in the squad to play on the bench to play France. I guess I was kind of jumping for joy inside, but didn't really want to show it outside. To hear that Stephen and Francis was named as well was dreams coming true, but to share with others I've kind of come through the grades with and known off the field pretty well was really special.
Certainly, it's your first photo, you always just get put where you are. Normally, whoever maybe you've come in for, but I spent at least a dozen photos, I think, in the back row, and then made it through the front row last year. And so, I guess, graduated into the middle, so it's pretty cool, I guess.
Our aims for 2013 have been outlined numerous times this year, but just to remind you, we want to win tests today, tomorrow and beyond. We want to grow our individuals both on and off the field. We want to grow our own game. But most of all, we want to be a team that New Zealanders can be proud of. A team that is hugely competitive on the park, plays with lots of intensity, highly skilled, and just as importantly off the park, humble and understated.
Style-wise, all right?
Yeah.
Give that a lash, mate. Otherwise, we'll chuck you straight into the high tops.
It never gets old. It's always a pretty special time. It's all about the look, Bit of razzle-dazzle, nothing too out there. I'm still a little bit old school, so nothing too bright, but it looks pretty good. And if you look at our training kit, it's blue as well, so it's all about matching.
Yeah, harmless, mate. Eh? So easy. You want to keep the box?
Oh, you can keep it.
I can keep it, or you can keep it?
You can keep it.
Oh, mate. Thank you very much for that. Much appreciated.
No worries.
The beauty of the team environment or the culture in the All Blacks is that you probably see that the guys that play the most tests are probably the most humble guys that will come in and speak to you. There's a feeling that we're all equal, but at the same time, there's still kind of, I guess, order and need, in terms of having a captain and a leadership team.
Go the All Blacks!
Go the All Blacks, alright?
Say go the All Blacks.
Tomorrow night's going to be my first time being at an All Blacks game. And nothing better than being in the squad and to be out here, be amongst all the boys, and it's a dream come true for me. Just to watch all the boys go through all the systems and all the works that they do, I'm pleased, man. So yeah, it's buzzing.
Billy, don't be a hero.
What does it mean to lead the team out onto Eden Park? First home test as captain.
Oh, it's a massive honour, and especially to be here at Eden Park. It's a ground that holds a lot of significance for myself, and it's going to be great to have my family here as well to see me, so it's an awesome occasion.
Here's a great opportunity as Fritz turns it back to Fafana. Wesley Fafana. France are in. Nonu. Now, can he link up? Aaron Smith again. Slips it beautifully to Kane, and Sam Kane under the posts. Bodies strewn all over the place. The game is over. The All Blacks have won it, but not without a massive fight from the French.
Really enjoyed the Steinlager series against the French. 3 starts in a row in the All Black jersey in the same era as Richie. It's probably something pretty rare in the last 10 years. So I really enjoyed that, and probably helped my confidence and just getting out there and playing a few 80-minute performances.
awesome to be in Christchurch for the 50th Test.
As Aaron Smith works it away for Nonu, drops another one, kick in, and Serbia scores the opening try. There's a chance. Coles turns it back on the inside for Serbia. What a brilliant try. Built on defence and scored by Ben Smith. Ranger on the charge. What a beautiful pass back to Conrad Smith. Now the chase is on, and the bounce in favour included. Looks to offload, beautifully done, and Barrett was away. What another great try. Decisive victory by the All Blacks, and they won by 30-0.
You know, as a group, that game, you don't often hold teams to nil, so yeah, it was huge. It was, also a big occasion, so you know, it's awesome when it comes off.
You only become an All Black after running to the paddock. It took me 3 weeks before I got my opportunity. The way I saw it was that I didn't play the first week, didn't play the second week, but you know, leading into that French game the last week, I went into that game with 3 weeks preparation on my belt.
Webu clears it away. Carter sends it off for Dag. Dag swings it wide. Ben Smith.
Just sitting on the bench, you kind of hoping that the team kind of starts off well, so that you kind of have a feeling if it's got a big gap in the score, that the coaches may feel that they can bring on the subs. But I think it was quite a close game then, and it was in the back of my head I was thinking, I'm not sure if I'm going to get on.
Big moments in the lives of Matt Todd and Charles Piutau as they join Stephen Luatua on debut. Barrett gets it off to Dag, now Ben Smith. Quick and charge, Barrett ready to charge. Barrett scores! Down stuff. Booney Barrett scores.
Yeah, mate, sweet. Good luck for that. Thanks, mate. You on a bit of a holiday now, or? Yeah, I couldn't imagine that.
5 minutes felt like 4,500 minutes. Not gonna lie, the lungs are blowing as soon as I got on there. There's some big boys running it straight, so you can't hide from that. Biggest honour, proudest moment of my rugby career. So I'm real thankful, real blessed. 70-something minute, I thought, I don't know if I'm going to get on. And then Gillies goes to the court to go warm up. I was like, please get on. And running out, just one of the best feelings ever. Just wanted to get my hands on the ball, run. It's just good to be out there. I just felt so proud that, I could represent this country and be a part of the special team.
This kick will decide the fate of the Bledisloe. What a player, John Eales. And Wilson. That is a save by Gregan as Wilson went for the match-winning try.
For us, the Bledisloe is probably one of the most important trophies we play for each year.
Bledisloe Cup, is so important. Growing up, watching those matches, you really know why you want to hold on to it.
Kelleher, Randall, and Lomu, can he do it? Larkham, Lomu has won the game surely for New Zealand. This has been a magnificent comeback by the All Blacks after all looked lost.
Coming back in the middle of the year, I guess what was unique is I had a good amount of time to train and get myself ready to play, but nothing actually a substitute actually getting out in the field. I'd never played rugby before the first test, but I think the excitement and wanting, having to watch the June series meant that I was pretty keen to get back out there, and when you're watching, The team's doing pretty well, you know, the selfish part of you sort of, you know, you want to get back out there to get your spot back, really.
5 metres out. Here's Aaron Smith. Cruden. Goal away. Smith try. What a try. Ben Smith for the All Blacks. Oh, charge down and Aaron Cruden just needs to dive on this one. It's a try. Try to Aaron Cruden. Aaron Smith. Dang. Conrad Smith pitching the ball. And the captain scores.
He had a Mr. Heartbeat and he's a skip we all expected to see on the field.
And Aaron Smith has it. Aaron Smith, Conrad Smith, Conrad Smith. Over he goes. Try to New Zealand. Just hold their defensive line, the All Blacks though, and it's picked out now. And Ben Smith, he has got a hat-trick. Oh, wowee. What a night for the man from the deep south, the Highlanders.
I think I was just enjoying my rugby. I think that day we all enjoyed getting out there. It's been a pretty big build-up to that game.
Yeah, so there's no room there to pass, was it? I got snotted in the ribs first carry, and then I got bloody, someone came and got me around the old Swede, and I was, but anyway, it was sort of welcome back and got through it, which was good.
Played a lot of rugby with Woody, and we packed down a lot of scrums together. So I think for us as a team, we wanted to make sure we could do it well by playing well for Woody and get a good result for him. It's not enough to just try and hold on to it. You have to go out and win that cup every year.
Plenty of pressure on Aaron Smith again. Off to Conrad Smith now. Sabia holds it up beautifully. Now Luatua got his pass off, and here's Ben Smith. He's done it again. Ben Smith. Here's Luatua on the charge. Still going. Conrad Smith. Here's Dan. Here's Smith. Ben Smith again. The Bledisloe Cup has been retained by New Zealand.
It's always awesome to walk away with the Bledisloe Cup, and we had Woody's 100th game, so it was good to celebrate that. And you know, it's great to have the Aussies going home with no silverware again.
Wasn't the prettiest wins tonight, but it was effective, and you know we've now got the cup back, and you know, so the job's done.
Tastes like Coke Zero.
You know, we were lucky enough in the first 2 tests to put it away in the cupboard for another year, and you know that's a time that we, I guess, cherish, and we have a sip out of the Bledisloe and enjoy it, because we've seen in the past how tough it can be once you lose it to get it back, and we just want to make sure we keep the foot on the Aussies and let them know that Bledisloe belongs to us.
It's always a physical game, and it'll be physical on Saturday. takes two to tango.
Well, you're on fire this morning.
Pumas defended well initially, but now Reid goes. Kieran, brilliant offload to Smith. Just sensing an opportunity to move it out of defence here. Counter breaks. Another charge. Kieran Reid's got it. Cut down just 5 short. Great tracking back by Sanchez, but they're in disarray in defence. Saili swings it wide. Smith, Salvia.
Build up to Eden Park week. Definitely a lot of hype about that game because up until that point, us in South Africa were a pretty clean sheet.
There's murmurs, I guess, around how big and how brutal this South African team we're going to be, and they're back to their best, so that's challenging for an All Black team, and especially for the forward pack.
Both these teams have either been 1 or 2 or there or thereabouts for as long as I've been here, and that's longer than you get for a life for murder. So, this is a great rivalry, and we respect South Africa immensely.
The day before the game, you can get sucked into starting to get focused and get a bit too excited too early, but for me it works to just enjoy the Friday and not think about the game too much if you've done the work during the week. So we get the captain's run done and then have a kick golf. So the left hand up right of the post, and that would be a hole. You might stand on halfway and say that's about a par 3, 2 or 3 to hit that post.
Halfway
flag, yeah, halfway flag. Yeah.
Not enough wee bits this morning.
I'm not happy, to be honest. Whenever the cameras come out, he plays good, so normally he's going to hide into nothing.
Yeah, Brody likes to talk himself up, and every now and then he will pull out a miracle kick. And to be fair, he's got not a bad short game, but his inconsistency tends to let him down.
On a personal basis, leading the All Blacks against the Springboks, is that one of the biggest challenges you face?
I think it's, any time you play a big game, that's more the focus. Both teams are playing pretty good rugby at the moment, and probably both camps got a bit of confidence. As a team, we know the challenge ahead, but we're confident in our abilities. I think we can play a lot better than what we have done, so it's going to be a good test tomorrow.
Snapped up by Woodcock. Aaron Smith frees it up.
Oh! That's a big shot. And it's all on. I can understand well. Look at du Plessis.
And that's been tipped away. That'll be a penalty. Up goes Conrad Smith. Pops it up. Brody Retallick gets his first test try under the post. Short pass to Reid. It's over the line. It's another try to Kieran Reid. Oh, clear bit of blood there, Sam Kane. Over the 5-metre line they go. Still going. Now they go to the line. And Bismarck du Plessis scores it.
It was probably one of the better games we played as a whole. And I think our game plan was what tipped us over the edge.
Aaron Smith again. Kane diving. And has he made it?
Yanni du Plessis would make a tackle there, and those Franksters like to lead with their chest and their head, and if you've been hit by one of them, and his front teeth sort of went into the side of my head, went clean through his mouth guard, I think.
4.
To come in here and to have a win like that over South Africa, it's an awesome feeling.
Yeah, great one. A lot of build-up to this test match. I know the guys were right on edge, and you know sometimes that can take a little bit out of you, but we started really well and continued it, which is awesome.
I guess the latter part of the championship, which is pretty tough for the travel.
Yeah, Argentina's a great place to go in terms of the culture, but certainly it's a tough game. Always, like 2 times I've been there, and they were so passionate about their football.
Argentina was something special because I guess my first time experiencing Argentinian crowd, real vocal.
Saveri, he could outpace all of them here. And away goes Julian Saveri. Got a couple here last year, and he's got another one. And away it goes. They're going to try and spin it wide here. Cruden goes with Nonu, delivers the pass for Kane. Sam Kane. Now Cruden, Nonu sets it up beautifully. Ben Smith, he's in space. Ben Smith, he's going to have all the speed in the world. And there is for Kerbalo. Here is Ben Smith over the top. Ben Smith, there it is. There's the bonus try.
It's not an easy game, in it. And I guess getting through that was important. I think we got 4 tries as well, which set us up for the next week. Going around 2/3 of the world in pretty much a week, there's a bit of recovery to be done when we first got to South Africa.
Today is just a chance to acclimatise, but there's a lot of excitement in the camp. We're really excited to be able to come here with the circumstances. You know, another Springbok All Black test, which is always tough and physical, and we're guessing it's going to be no different.
It was there to take for both teams, and it was an opportunity for one of us to put our hands up and stamp our dominance on the world. So we didn't overtrain physically, but deep in our minds we knew that we were going to war on the Saturday, and it was the most intense game I've been a part of, the most intense week. Just the build-up, we had this edge about us.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good, thanks.
Well, Richie, what was best walking on Dallas Park, with just knowing that you're playing again?
Yeah, well, it's a great place to play, and I personally never played a test here, so that's pretty exciting. But yeah, I'm just happy to be running out here tomorrow.
You expect the books to come in at about 100 miles an hour kind of thing, or 1,000 miles an hour kind of thing, really sort of a big onslaught in that, say, first 15, 20 minutes and so?
I think the first 15 minutes is going to be pretty key to the game, to be honest. But I hope our boys will have to do exactly the same.
Talking to some of the other guys, the actual challenge of playing here and winning has excited this group.
Yeah, well, you're probably doing the wrong thing if you didn't get excited by a test match at Ellis Park. You know, always heard it growing up, this is a place to, test yourselves, and we've got the opportunity to do that tomorrow. And, if we can go out and perform and, get a good result, it'd be pretty satisfying.
They put on a show with the airplanes and the hostile crowd. Being at Ellis Park, it's an outstanding place to play rugby, and it was a dream come true to be a part of a test match like that.
As it goes to Cruden, works it off to Hoare. Now here's Reid, showing good pace. Kieran Reid slips a beautiful pass to Ben Smith, and here he goes again. Ben Smith, he can do nothing wrong. Clean break, a better test try number number 52 for Brian Havana.
The start of the game, they kind of, you know, Habana I think scored a couple of tries and it was back and forth and yeah, could make a good movie out of it.
Now here's Alberts. Oh, beautiful pass to Havana. Could he get a second? You bet he could.
The whole atmosphere and the way both teams played it, you know, certainly was right up there.
All Blacks are going to try and drive this over. Esham's got the ball. Aaron Smith again holds it up for Conrad Smith. Quick hands. Savia. Here's Vaughan. David back inside. Messam again. Liam Messam. And the All Blacks have the half-time lead.
I guess when I sit on the bench, my head's it's in all sorts. I get quite nervous and I just can't wait to get out there, and as soon as you get your hands on the ball, I don't know, just a switch flicks for me in my head.
Stain de Villiers. Over the top of Barrett. De Villiers scores. Here's the bonus point that the Springboks are after.
To be a part of that game, the second half, got ran over by de Villiers and then sort of had to come back, and I was lucky enough to score a try after that. And I don't know, it just seemed like a huge roller coaster that day.
Now Aaron Smith. Here's Barrett. Barrett! Bowden Barrett! What a try! There's the championship! Gervalo keeps it going the same way though. Oh, intercept!
They won't get him, they won't get him.
Oh, I don't know, Barrett's making a good effort. Oh, what a great effort.
Almost, I want to say, lost the game when I chucked the intercept, but before the decision was even made, you know, I ran up to Bodie and gave him the biggest hug.
Oh, he got him! He's got him! Unbelievable!
After the game, you know, I was on Bodie's case. I would have done anything for Bodie.
It was a real tough old match, but to come out on the right side of it was pretty satisfying, and I think yeah, that's the one game up until that point of the year that where it was all on the line really, and we came out on top.
Thank you, mate.
It's definitely right up there, I'd say. It was so quick, and just the intensity of it. Probably the most intense game, I'd say.
Great teams win away from home, and they win in the toughest circumstances, and you know, that's their fortress, Ellis Park, and the All Blacks don't have a great record there, but to go there and test ourselves against the best and at their home park and come away with the win and play the way we did was, you know, probably one of the most special tests I've been involved in.
After the battle at Ellis Park, we won every game up to that point. Going throughout the year being undefeated, didn't really think much of it because honestly I thought the All Blacks had done it before. And when I heard about the potential to have a perfect season, it was definitely something to strive for.
Yeah, the third Bledisloe was always going to be a tough one to get back up for after coming off a massive high. I think traditionally the ABs have struggled. We were lucky enough to get a couple extra days off to spend with our families. The coaches gave us those 2 days to go home and to refresh and just clear our heads for a bit, but when we got back into Dunedin we were straight back into it, and I think the mental toughness really showed that week.
I guess we dealt it with our final challenge of the year. We hadn't actually won dead rubbers or performed well in dead rubber games in the past, so that was our motivation. And if we wanted to really take this team to be one of the greatest around, then you've got to perform on those stages. So that was well set up by the coaches and by the leaders.
Inside goals. Here is Aaron Smith. Good running ball. Dad gives it off to Savia. Whitelaw. Off to Aaron Smith. Now Cruden. Here's the Wipers kick. Sabi has got it beautifully. Now can he get it back in front of there? Yes. Dag still standing. And Sam King. What a brilliant try.
May have seen that it was a nothing game. The players and both teams were out there firing and really chucking it at each other.
Sandwiched in a couple of tackles, but here's Cooper. He goes wide, and what a pass for Adam Ashley Cooper. Aaron Smith, here's Rotella. Lovely pass, here they come. Here's Kieran Reid again, and the skipper scores. And the All Blacks have won again. Handshakes all round in the coaching box. Thrilling test match in Dunedin.
There's guys in the Wallaby team now, I don't know if there's anyone who's actually won the Bledisloe. They really want it back and they want to have their first taste, and we're lucky enough to have guys who have would have been drinking at it for 10 years on the trot now, and it's my second year to be involved with it, and it's still something pretty special.
Although the results may be looking one-sided, but as a player, there's always that good rivalry between New Zealand and Australia. I guess any game doesn't matter, whether a series is won or lost. Every game counts.
Merry Christmas. The boys are getting kitted out. Quite an exciting time. The guys absolutely love it. A lot of free gears from Barkers and Adidas to make sure we're looking sharp over in Japan and Europe. So let's get into it.
Thank you so much.
Do you want a kick box?
No, thank you.
All good. So that's your running shoe, and then we've got gym shoes. You've got 3 to choose from.
Sweet as. Thank you so much.
Next, but nice and lightweight.
This will be my 3rd outfitting, and we all call it Christmas Day because this is an amazing time, and yeah, you pretty much walk around and you just get hooked up with everything you sort of dream about being a rugby player. So very lucky, and now I'm on to the boots. Oh yes. I've got my baller top. Need to see if the length's right, because you've got to rock it with the t-shirt so you have the layered look. So this is pretty good length, and it's Turbo's green, so it's good.
That's me. I'm done. Shall I go for a second round? No, copy me, man. The team crossover, Irison. So watch out, Magic and Mailman.
I guess not many of the guys would have been to Japan before. For me, I'd never been there, so it was pretty exciting getting on the plane to head over there. The Japanese were extremely different to what it's like back home. Far more organised, extremely respectful. They're just great people.
Pretty quick. Little children here. We'll see if we can get one. Yeah, we got 2 on them. Yeah, we got
drive and scores. Good steal, says the referee. So he's happy with the turnover as the All Blacks through Barron. Now the kick by Saili, Piatau and Saili chasing hard. Ball's there, Piatau's first there, and he gets his second as the All Blacks hit 50.
Yeah, it was great to see a lot of guys get their debut today, and even Tauera sort of getting his first run on. He's been waiting patiently all year, so it's a really proud moment for a lot of guys in the team. So make sure we celebrate their achievement tonight.
Big colour of blue. What's Cox, bro?
So here we are in Paris, currently on our way to the unveiling of the All Blacks and French Adidas pubs. And we're going to celebrate this awesome rivalry that's happened over many years and swap jerseys and just enjoy the occasion.
Welcome. Thanks for being there at the heart of a very authentic place downtown Paris, where rugby fans will have the chance to celebrate rugby with Adidas and its two leading partners, the French and the New Zealand Rugby Federation, those finalists of the last Rugby World Cup. Here we are.
Main outcome that we've set for this tour has been that for everyone that goes on it to just be better players out the end of it than when we came in. So for myself, if I'm playing or not, I mean, I just want to be working hard at all my footy stuff and setting little goals to get better each week. It is very surreal being in this environment. It's one of those places that everyone wants to be as a young kid, and we're spoilt. We get to do awesome things like come to Paris, and so I'm loving it, loving it.
And the All Blacks looking to probe out wide. Ben Smith, nice little kick, and Piatau is leading the charge, and the ball is loose. Piatau! Charles Piatau try! What a try! Nonu slings it wide. Ben Smith, Piatau hard. Got it away, Reid! Beautiful stuff! Kieran Reid! What a ball!
There's probably a stage in the match where we could have kicked on and probably won by a few points, but France really dug in. They came back, and I guess our character got us out of that game.
It's good to get the jersey back on and the All Black symbol and the fern on your heart, so it's special. Just got to try and build from here.
Yeah, man, that was intense. I feel fizzed out. I'm sitting here right now, I just feel so gone.
Two queens, just there. Treats on you, buddy.
No, you didn't understand. Oh no, you're not calling me. No way.
You were hissing at the start.
Yeah.
Milky bar tea?
No, you don't get a milky bar.
Oh, come on.
No way.
Treats,
Hey, I would have got you a milky bar.
Lost the cards.
Everyone,
hell of a game.
Establish the rules before you play, or else you get shysters like this.
You don't really get used to the hotel life, so I think it's through the boys bring their PlayStations along, so there's a good group of boys that get into that, play cards, get on free Wi-Fi, which was always a bonus, watch a bit of YouTube, so stuff like there's always things going on, so yeah, it's easy kind of settle in, but yeah, it's kind of hard to get used to, living out of a suitcase and different beds every week, especially if you get a single or something like that. Not used to that.
Berries are quite crucial in the shakes because of a bit of taste. Some nutritional reasons as well, I think.
All Blacks are all about recovering after we play, so it's doing the right things straight after the game, getting in the hot colds and stuff, and taking our protein, and I think it's about 60 hours recovery time. So if you don't recover, you can't be at your optimum peak for the game. So it's no use being up here one week and then being down here the next. You know, you gotta put your time in to your body and do all the right things during the week, so that when the next game rolls around, you know you're ready to rock and roll.
Twickenham's right up there, especially last year when England got on top of us. The crowd was pretty vocal, so you know they're really passionate supporters, and if we let the crowd get in behind them like that, it's going to be another tough day. So you know, playing at Twickenham's awesome experience, and it's probably right up there with one of the best stadiums to play at in the world.
There was a moment last year during the haka when Swinglo's Sweet Chariot started ringing around the stadium. Were you conscious of that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can hear it. It's pretty loud in there, so you know you can't really block that out. But obviously it pretty much happens every week in most places that when we're not in New Zealand. So it's not something that plays on your mind, but obviously you can't block it out, so you can hear it.
What do you think of it as a song?
Well, it's not really my genre of music, so I don't really like it.
Any All Black to be able to sustain a career long enough to play 100 games is a special player. He's been pretty frustrated over the last 18 months with injuries. He's had not much luck with that, but seems to be on top of it at the moment, which is great. Yeah, he's well deserving of the honour.
As Aaron Smith's looking blindside here, and off it goes McCaw, low pass, and flick back on the inside, Savia! What a start! He got 2 last year, and he scores early. As the pressure continues, here's Dan, slips the pass to Reid, he's in again! Kieran Reid, what a try! Well, that really is a shame. But he is struggling, as you can see. Landed 3 already, and that's a 4th.
Well, here's the chance for England to go in front.
And that's exactly what has happened. Desperation defence from England. Now Cruden, Nonu having a go. Beautiful pass, Savia. Has he got it down? I think he has. Yes, he has. Now the kick is good. And Craig Joubert blows the whistle. And revenge is sweet.
He got out in the field for his 100th, and no one will ever take that away from him now. And he's a special man, and he's a special player, you know. And I just love having him in the team.
I think we've got a big head actually, it's a bit tight, but no, it's good to finally get this milestone. It's been a frustrating year with injuries, and yeah, I guess it's quite fitting to get an injury on my 100th game. They were pretty gutted, you know, not to get through the game, but very proud of the boys and you know the way they held their composure and they got the win. So very proud. To be the 5th All Black to reach 100 games, so it's very special. It's a pretty unique bunch of guys. So to play my 100th game alongside some of these great men is fantastic, and also to have Dad fly all the way over here for a couple of days to be here is, you know, it's great to see him.
Looking around, there's a bit of ice on and the boys are a wee bit tired and sore, but I love these challenges, and I never thought I'd be an All Black, and to play one test was amazing, and to do 50 is, you know, I don't think I can really sum it up, and to be lucky enough to do it with a great bunch of guys, and obviously have Dan playing his 100th test as well, just made it pretty awesome.
I've been in this team for 11 years now, and you know, never had a undefeated season, and we're on the verge of that, so it's going to be huge motivation this week.
Yeah, well, we've all thought about that game for a while. You know, it's annoyed me for 12 months, and I was over here a little bit of time off, and I got reminded of it plenty. So it was nice to turn it around, and one more to go. So we need to enjoy tonight and celebrate DC's 100th, and obviously Sammy's 50th, and we'll get back on the horse for a tough one next week, I'm sure.
We're out here at the Castle Nook golf course, heading out to practice, have a few drives, get ready for our Thursday day off. We'll see how we get on. Golf.
I think the fun now is we're going to try to put in this fish tank. Ting! Yes.
The feeling in camp in Ireland the whole week, I thought it was pretty good. Reasonably relaxed, but it wasn't much different than in any other week.
Your team was one of the first teams to lose to Ireland. Do you feel that in the camp?
Oh, you've got to understand that there's an amazing amount of pressure on this team all the time. The expectation is that not only do they win, that they play really well. That's just from the fans. You've got to embrace pressure, otherwise it'll overcome you and control you. And we don't want to be controlled by pressure.
It was important that we just didn't go through the motions, I guess, that last week. And there's a big emphasis on getting the pool and getting your recovery done. And then, not shying away from the work you've got to do on the field and at training.
Yeah, I suppose a bit's been made of an unbeaten year, but for us, we're just focusing on this next game. It's going to be a massive challenge, especially here in Ireland. We know that they grow another arm in the league when they play in front of their home fans, so I think if we sort of get too far ahead of ourselves, we're going to have to sort of probably be our own worst enemy, so we just have to focus on the process over the next few days to make sure we get it right on Sunday.
Sitting on the bench and I was shocked and looking around watching the Irish and the crowds. They couldn't believe it as well. They were probably stunned.
Gordon Darcy cut off the pass, but here goes Aaron Smith. Sean O'Brien does well. Had to spin and fly. Cruden, Israel, that looks it on, and away comes Rob Kearney. Keegan Reid is not going to catch him. Rob Kearney for Ireland. His brother Dave is arriving now. What a celebration! What a game by the Irishman!
The way Ireland started, you're thinking in the back of your head, oh no, for what we've been building for, and to get to the last step of almost completing a perfect season, could have not been.
There's always times in rugby that it doesn't go your way, and that was probably one of those games. In that first half, looked up at the scoreboard and we were down quite a few points, but it was always reassuring to know that we had a good side and everyone sort of believed in what we're doing, and that meant that we could start to claw our way back.
Cruden, a little stab through. It's going to be a try for Julian Sarria. The All Blacks are back in this game.
I was kind of thinking on the bench, hopefully we get up by a few, then they might empty a few of us guys on there and get a bit of game time. So when they told me it was going on just after half time, I was pretty surprised.
McCaw again. Hauled down. Retallick. Kieran Reid to Owen Franks. Here goes Franks again. Looks very much like the try will be awarded. It is.
I always knew we could come back and we had the ability to score those points. We were just running out of time, so it was frustrating. We missed some opportunities and things weren't going our way, but the main thing was we just stuck to our game plan.
Ireland still going forward up to the 5-metre mark. Penalty to Ireland.
Has there ever been a bigger kick for Jonathan Sexton?
It slides past the post.
Having never beaten the All Blacks, you get 5 minutes to go against the All Blacks. What do you do? You know, you're nervous, on edge, all those things, and it's whoever holds their nerve, really.
Ireland still have it. 3.5 minutes to go.
If you have the pill around the 79th minute and you're in the lead, you're generally going to win the game.
They can run down the clock from here. Kevin McLaughlin this time. Penalty to New Zealand.
Straight off your feet.
Aaron Smith takes it quickly. Ben Smith. One last defensive set to go through.
How's about boys now? How's about everything?
Cruden, Kieran Reid. Back to Cruden. Bowden Barrett. Hurled to the ground. Luke Fitzgerald. Sam Whitelock. We're into the red zone. 18 minutes is up on the clock. Ma'a Nonu. Ben Smith.
One try, we've got the firepower to do that. Even if we've had a bad 75 minutes, 78 minutes, there's still a chance to put it together.
Owen Franks to Brother Ben. Cruden. They're queuing up out here. Kieran Reid, Gordon Darcy, Ben Smith, Sean O'Brien and Rob Carney bring him down. Away comes Nonu. Crotty with the ball.
It was unreal. Kind of a blur, if that makes sense. It just happened.
Cruden, Franks, Aaron Smith to Cruden, Savea. New Zealand so close to keeping their 100%. You're alive, Ma'a Nonu. Gordon Darcy brings him down. Ireland slow up release. Cruden, then calls, gets the pass away. It's going to be the try for Ryan Crotty.
The 14 guys inside you that did the job to create that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was huge. I kind of felt probably more relief than elation.
It's nice to get credit for it and feel like you contributed something, but there's a lot of hard work that went inside for that week on there.
Stoked that Ryan Crotty could get across the line to draw it up, and then we knew it was going to come down to that kick, and it was probably a wee bit more drama that they charged down a bit earlier than what they were supposed to, so Cod sort of got two cracks at it, which was good. Everyone was pretty nervous, but at the same time had a lot of faith in Aaron to kick it over, because he'd been doing it all year, so one of those nervous sort of moments to watch.
The kick to go through a calendar year having won all their games. Second time he gets it right, and New Zealand have won what has to be one of the most pulsating games of rugby union we'll ever have the privilege of watching.
Yeah, we're robbers, eh? We stole it. The big guys stepped up, Ritos, the Richies, and they just said, just keep playing our games and we'll do it. And the belief came about 10 to go, and I think we just started believing, and seeing forwards being able to do stuff that backs can do, it's pretty awesome. And to see Azza bang it over is probably one of the best things I've ever seen. So very lucky though. I think very lucky. Irish are awesome tonight, and a lot of applause goes out to them. But oh man, I'm wrecked.
hit the first one, I thought she was going through, and then I looked up and saw it drifting to the right. So when I got a second opportunity, I was pretty stoked, and luckily it went through the post, that one.
Mate, it's the luxury of you guys winning today. It's you get to reflect on the perfect season.
Yeah, I guess we do, and I suppose it's a bit hard to reflect on that now, but I'm sure over the next sort of 24 hours we'll be able to do that as a team. And you know, tonight we really wanted to put in a quality performance, and it probably wasn't what we were searching for, but it definitely showed our character in the side to be able to guts out a win like that.
We wanted to perform well, we didn't really. We weren't allowed to. The Irish played very well, but you know, you got to take your hat off to the boys in this team, the belief and just hanging in there, and you know, we got there in the end.
To go unbeaten for a whole season's something pretty rare, and you know, it's down. The credit's got to go to the management and the guys involved, because you know, they've all worked bloody hard, and to see the results come off like that is something pretty awesome.
I guess creating history, knowing that no other team has done it before, you know, feels quite special to be a part of.
Once we got back in the shed, then it was a reflection of the season. You could really celebrate, because you tick off the perfect season, which is you know, it's massive.